Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. I've been looking forward to this moment because the 2026 Honda S2000 has finally landed. And it's not just a reboot of an old name. It's a complete reimagining of a car that defined a generation of roadsters. This new model has been teased for years, and enthusiasts everywhere have been waiting to see if Honda could recapture the magic of the original. Today I'm going to walk you around it in full detail. From the design up front to the way it feels inside, the performance under the hood, what kind of pricing we're talking about, and whether or not this is the car that deserves a space in your garage. No skim-through or quick takes here. This is a deep dive. When you first approach the 2026 S2000, there's a visual charge to it. It sits low, wide, and purposeful. The front end is sharper than anything in Honda's current lineup, but still instantly recognizable as part of the family. The headlights are ultra-slim LED units with crisp edges, layered internals and running lights that glow like laser beams in daylight. The hood stretches long and low with sculpted creases that echo the front fenders, hinting at what's hidden beneath. The grille itself is bold but not gimmicky. A wide, low mouth with carefully engineered air intakes that feed the intercooler, the radiators, and brake ducts. Around the edges of the bumper, you'll notice small aerodynamic elements that look subtle but guide air around the wheels. Down at the very bottom sits a splitter that's functional but not so low you're going to scrape it every time you leave a driveway. The materials up front show Honda is serious. Mesh intakes, gloss black accents, and paint that catches light and shadow to emphasize every contour. Moving to the side, you see the car's classic roadster proportions reinterpreted for the 2020s. The bonnet is long, the cabin pushed back, and the rear deck is short and muscular. This shape is what gives the S2000 its instantly recognizable stance. The wheel arches flare out with more definition than before, especially at the back, giving it that planted rear drive look. Wheels start large and get larger as you move up trims, with optional lightweight alloys wrapped in ultra-sticky low-profile rubber. The side mirrors are sculpted for airflow and minimal drag, and may even use carbon fiber in higher trims. Door handles sit flush or recessed, so the body line stays uninterrupted. A subtle side skirt runs beneath the doors, visually lowering the car and helping with underbody airflow. The roofline is clean whether you choose the soft top or the retractable hardtop. Either way, the mechanism is neatly integrated so the car still looks sleek when the top is up. Side glass area is modest, which enhances the look and lowers drag, but also adds to that cockpit-like feel inside. Character lines run along the doors, rising toward the rear wheels, giving the impression of motion even when parked. At the rear, everything tightens into a powerful conclusion. The trunk deck is compact with an integrated spoiler lip that's almost invisible on base trims, but stands out more in performance versions. The taillights are slim LED bars that sweep outward and slightly upward, giving width and a modern techie glow at night. A lower diffuser frames twin exhaust outlets, polished, maybe round or trapezoidal depending on trim, and small vents or reflectors are integrated neatly so nothing looks tacked on. The bumper itself is muscular but clean, with enough shape to break up the surface without unnecessary clutter. Even from behind, you can tell the car was designed for stability and downforce, not just styling. Open the door and slip into the cockpit, and it's immediately clear that this is a driver's car. The seats hug you with firm bolstering but aren't so stiff that you dread a long drive. Depending on the version, you get leather, Alcantara, or a mix with contrast stitching and even color accents to match the exterior. The steering wheel feels thick and contoured, with a flat bottom on sport trims, multifunction controls, and paddle shifters if you've chosen an automatic or dual clutch. For purists, the 6-speed manual is here with short, precise throws and a metallic click that feels mechanical rather than rubbery. Ahead of you, the instrument cluster is a full-width, high-resolution display with a customizable layout showing revs, speed, torque curves, boost pressure, G-meter, navigation, whatever you prefer. The center console has a clean touchscreen for infotainment with wireless smartphone integration, a wireless charging pad, USB-C ports, and still gives you real knobs and buttons for essential controls, so you're not digging through menus on the move. The materials feel premium. Stitched leather where your elbows rest, brushed metal or carbon fiber trim around vents and shifter, durable plastics in footwells and storage areas. Cabin insulation has been improved over the old car, so with the top up you can have a normal conversation, but it's still open-air bliss when you fold it back. Storage is limited, as expected in a Roadster. Under the hood is where the legend has to prove itself. Honda is rumored to have based the powertrain on the Civic Type R's turbocharged 2-liter inline-4, but massaged for even more character. Output is expected to be in the 310 to 330 horsepower range, with torque that's accessible at mid-RPM, so you don't have to wring its neck every time you accelerate, but you still get that thrilling top-end surge. Rear-wheel drive remains standard, keeping the car's balance true to the original. The manual gearbox is the enthusiast's pick, but a fast-shifting dual clutch may also be offered for those who want convenience. The chassis uses aluminum and high-strength steel to keep weight low while improving rigidity. Suspension is tuned for precision and feedback, with adaptive dampers on higher trims, so you can dial in comfort for commuting and stiffness for canyon runs or track days. Brakes are large and powerful, possibly from Brembo or another high-performance supplier, with ventilated discs and multi-piston calipers. Steering feel is expected to be sharp and communicative. Early testing suggests 0 to 60 miles per hour in the low 4-second range for the manual. Pricing hasn't been formally announced, but industry insiders expect a base model starting around $35,000 with essentials. Mid-range trims with better interior materials, larger wheels, and adaptive suspension could be in the low to mid-40s. Fully loaded versions with performance packages, premium sound, and carbon bits may push to $55,000 or more. In other markets, taxes and import duties will push these numbers up, so check your local dealer when pre-orders open. Optional extras such as advanced driver assist features, upgraded audio, or bespoke trim packages will cost more, but can tailor the car to your taste. If you're thinking about buying one, my advice is to decide how you'll actually use it. If your priority is pure driving joy and weekend canyon runs, get the manual, the sport suspension, and keep options light to save weight and cost. If you plan to daily drive it or take long trips, spring for the comfort options. Ventilated seats if available, the premium audio, and maybe the adaptive suspension to soften things up. Consider maintenance. Turbocharged engines need good oil and warm-up practices. Roof mechanisms add complexity, so check warranty coverage. Think about wheels too. Giant wheels look great, but harsher ride, and higher tire costs come with them. A balanced spec will give you the essence of the S2000, without compromising too much on practicality. What impresses me is how Honda seems to have balanced nostalgia with modern reality. They've kept the proportions and driving philosophy of the original but added the technology, safety, and convenience today's buyers expect. It's a car you can take on a spirited drive on Sunday and still commute with on Monday without feeling punished. The potential downsides are added weight from safety equipment, a higher price compared to the original, and possibly more complex maintenance. But overall, the 2026 S2000 feels like it's on track to be a true modern classic. Thank you for watching and taking this deep dive into the 2026 Honda S2000. If you enjoyed this long, detailed look, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below which version you'd choose: the stripped-down driver's car or the fully loaded tech-heavy version. Also, tell me your thoughts about turbo versus high-revving naturally aspirated engines and whether Honda should bring back a screaming red line. Stay tuned for more reviews and deep dives into the cars that matter. And until next time, drive safe, enjoy every corner, and keep the passion alive.